gamers everywhere, it's the Irate Pirate, and I'm in a sticky situation. I have been attacked by 2 members of the MTG clan. I suspect that they're a little upset by my seal clubbing activities on their coastline. Yes, this all started because I found a British player in a United States, and he had a Wappen von Hamburg as an escort, and I had the audacity to intrude on their fight and kill him. Anyway, now the Wappen was a AI, so he didn't count. This fight, however, is a true 2v1, 2 players versus moi. Let's see how it goes. And I must apologize. I pulled a moisty game. Well, I forgot to check the audio settings, and we don't have game audio. I am sorry about that. So instead, I have some music and commentary. At this point, I'm trying to decide, do I extend? I have the wind on them. Do I drag them out and just fight the pirate frigate? Or can I make it a running battle or what? And what goes through my mind is, chain is overpowered. They probably have enough to chain me down to nothing because we can now have unlimited chains. So I'm weighing my options. And one thing the British, and almost, yep, there's the chain. Everyone can throw chain. And something you're gonna notice in this fight is, I throw chain, but strategically. These people throw chain like their life depends on it. And when you are a smaller ship like me, yes, that makes sense. But they have more firepower and more hit points than I do. So that's not the case here. I'm depowering and keeping my rigging parallel to the incoming chain fire because that's gonna, save me a % of sail here and there. It'll keep them from being able to just get a devastating chain on me, which is, when you're fighting 2v1, everything you can do to mitigate damage counts. Surprise, surprise! The Constitution's throwing chain! Could have anticipated it. If your specialty is throwing chain, you need to broaden your knowledge set. Now, something you may notice is that Constitution is missing 100 or so crew. And this is something I am very much aware of, and I'm going to use it against this team. So at this point, I'm getting tired of them just throwing chain. It's evident that that's all they want to do, and I want to turn the fight into a different sort of fight. I want to change it up and see how they adapt. The ability to adapt in a fight is what's going to make a difference. Doing the same old, that leads to an inevitable result of me choosing between repairing my right side armor or my sail. And if I turn into them like this, they now have to decide what they're going to do. So, what just went through their mind is he's changing his tactics. They had this idea that they were going to chain me down and then delete me through my right side. They thought I would just try to outrun them. Now I'm going aggressive, and that's forcing them to alter what they're doing. And in PvP, one of my favorite sayings is, the winner is generally the guy who makes less mistakes. So, my goal is to make my opponent, or in this case, my opponents, make decisions, change what they were planning to do, and adopt a new strategy. If I can do that, the chances that they'll make mistakes goes up. Now, the pirate frigate in this point has decided that he doesn't like me being aggressive and he wants to stay away from me. He's higher in the wind. I'm not going down to fight with his fourth-rate buddy, which he would really love to be ignored. I'm angling for him. The problem is, I throw chain strategically. Uh-oh, he's rigging shocked, so I just repaired my sail, which I'm free to do. They have done next to no damage to my hull. Now, if you're PvP, you should have done some damage to my hull at this point. But they're so focused on expending all their chain and getting me slow. The problem there is, well, why wouldn't I repair my sails? You haven't hurt my hull at all, so I'm not having to make a decision between hull and sails. I'm just going to repair my sails and continue being aggressive. There is literally no reason not to be aggressive. I'm not escaping the fight. And the best thing I could do is achieve a fairly decent rake on him, which, you know, at this range, 13 is okay. Start my scissor back. Go to battle sail because I'm fairly certain we have more chain coming in. And I considered shooting my broadside there, but I am focused on this pirate frigate. In EVE Online, we learned to target call the weakest ship because we could get its damage off the field fastest. So I look at this pirate frigate as the ship I can kill easiest, fastest, and that puts me into one-on-one with this fourth rate. It's so much better for me if I kill this pirate frigate first. So that's my goal. At this point, the pirate frigate knows I'm gunning for him, and his buddy and he are doing this. Group up, get together, let's protect each other. And yeah, that's the right idea, but it's a lot more difficult to do, as you'll see. The Constitution just bow raked me and didn't do very much. I'm more concerned about his left turn here. I'm going to turn into him, and this is going to let me continue to aggressively get my left side onto the pirate frigate. These guys are not actually defending each other. They're not playing this right. Fighting as a team in naval action is not as easy as it looks. Okay, so the Constitution, he's circling around, and yeah, he's getting in front of his buddy, but at the wrong time. And that's the beautiful thing about combat in naval action. It's all about timing. Notice my right broadside is loaded and ready. I got my timing figured out. I'm turning. I'm coming up on his stern. I'm going to try to make a stern make here. And yeah, pretty effectively. I'm still bow into the Constitution, so I'm as defensive as I can be against the ship with the greatest firepower. Guys, this is not how you play 2v1. When you're 2v1 with a bigger ship with two people, this is not how you play it. Alright, my left side is loaded, and I am set to rake, or just broadside, the pirate frigate one more time. And the Constitution, he's way off down there. He's sailing his ship away from his buddy. If you're trying to protect a weaker ship, you don't do this. You don't just let me have your buddy's stern like this. Alright, that pirate frigate is really hurting now. He's got to get out of here. Now, Connie is trying to get his right side onto my left side. I'm going to go defensive against that and throw chain right through pirate frigate just for a little extra help when I need to swing back around and hit him again. Now the Constitution did this right. This was his first play. He hit me. But I want to make sure that when my left broadside is up, I can put it into the pirate frigate. I don't want him to get too much distance. I want to pound down. I don't care if his left side is strong. I'll go through it. I need to get damage through it and hurt his structure more. A little more and he's going to see. All I need. The Constitution is figured out. Oh, I need to get in front of him. And here's where I screw up. I make mistakes. And yeah, there goes my pointy thing. Oh well. Now, Constitution screwed up too, because you notice my right broadside is loaded. He's helping me tack through the wind, and I'm gonna get to swing my fully loaded broadside over on that pirate. This was really helpful for me. If I'd had to turn my ship around and tack it around, I wouldn't have gotten this shot, wouldn't have gotten this damage. Maybe he could get a repair, but since I can swing around with a fully loaded broadside, it pretty much is bad news for him. The last 3 minutes, they've decided to change their strategy from demasting me or chaining me down to throwing ball at me. It's a little too late for that. Now, my worst fear is that he pulls too much range and he gets a rep in. So I'm just going to hold the course. Even though I'm slow, high into the wind, I've got a weak left side pointing at the Connie. I need this guy to die. So, and that fire will do it. Oh, Zazov, the RNG fires in this game is just nuts. It's helping me here, though. I'll take it. So, just the Connie left. But I am 58% sail, and he has... Frankly, at this point, I thought he was just going to run off. I just killed his buddy. His buddy's sailing far better than he is, and I thought he would surely just leave. All right, so I am finally to that position that they should have put me in 10-15 minutes ago. I am finally to the point where I have to choose between hull rep or sail rep. And this is where you want to get a player. You want to get them making that decision. Now, my biggest concern is play defensive. He's either going to run off, which I can't do a darn thing about because of my sails. They've chained me down. Or he's going to try to apply damage. So I'm going to assume he's going to apply damage and stay defensive. I've already seen that he sucks at bow raking, and I'm just going to point him and prevent him from damaging my right side. I opted for a hull rep because, like I said, he's going to run away or he's going to fight. And this guy has 370 crew. I have 411. So right now I'm mulling the possibility of boarding him. Now he's going to have to let me do that because he's got speed, he's got maneuverability, he's got hit points, he's got firepower. The only thing in my favor is I am upwind of him, and I seem to be able to do more damage. And this is just a matter of skill and shooting and timing. I'm going to prepare myself, be skinny to his broadside, try to avoid damage as much as possible. Now, if you find yourself fighting a player like me, and I'm in a smaller ship and you're in a ship with more hit points, don't do what he just did. Do not give me your stern, because that's the way I want to kill every larger ship. You want to present your broadside to me. I want to rake you. And now I see something. I know that I'm high in the wind. I see him coming in, and I'm going to get my boarding trap up. Now, if you want your boarding trap to get up fast, now average gamers, this is the boarding menu of naval action. And I wish I could give you lots of useful tips and advice on how to read this. We used to be able to do that. I mean, these musket damage, cannon damage, and melee damage, they all used to mean something and give us clues. But Mr. Zazov decided that that was too good of a mechanic, and he's done a lot of crap like this. So really, boarding is a lot of luck, or if you have twice the crew, you could just leave it on musket volume by default. It's pretty brain dead. But that's the genius idea behind this, I guess. Oh my gosh. I don't like the boarding. I've never liked the boarding, But it used to be better than this because it used to give us actual information on what the other side was planning to do. Hence, why you see me doing my actions in the last 2 seconds, because that would not change my numbers to where someone can counter or read and counter. So I really wish I could give advice on the boarding action. Really, it comes down to kill more people than he kills and you win. How to do that? Maybe somebody else has it figured out. I've done hundreds of boardings in this meta against AI, several against players, and it all basically comes down to you being lucky. Oh, Zazzy, Zazzy, Zazzy. Now, as you can see, his morale is 2. I'm going to attack and probably not take it this round. Now, one thing I can tell you is when his musket damage is 0, that means he's on brace. And that's a good time to attack. This poor guy has, well, like I said at the beginning, I noticed right off that his crew was 370, and I focused the pirate frigate deliberately because I had it in the back of my mind that I could probably do a boarding action with this guy. I wasn't sure if I was going to get to, but I was aware that I had more crew and this was a possibility. Turns out I was right. So that's PvP when you're 2v1. Force them to make decisions, capitalize on their mistakes, and have a lot of luck. The other thing, you need to have a lot of skills in your toolbox, a lot of judgment. Should I rake that? Should I turn now? Should I try to get my other broadside on? Or should I just wait for it to reload? And in the case of finishing the pirate frigate off, waiting to reload was the right call. I hope you've enjoyed this mostly harmless entertainment from the Irate Pirate. I'll see you on the high seas.